Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is video number 78 for learning management system in Django with ReactJs. In this video, we are going to work on the student dashboard, that how the student can attempt the quiz. Okay, so the idea is first of all, this button will show if he only not attempted this quiz, else it will show attempted, right? So we will do that later, but let's first finish this attempt question task. So how we will do that? So when student click on this, it will show the question, right? It will show the first question, right? And then when he click, we don't need this actually button, so let's remove this button first. So here we have a take quiz something, so let's open the take quiz here, right? So let's check this, remove from here, take quiz, right? So when he click on the any of the radio icon, okay, so this the next question will appear, and this question will be this question answer will be saved, right? So he has to select any of the answer to go to the next question, right? So what we will do here, so first of all we have to let's make this button not as a radio button, let's make this button, right? So what I will do here, I will make it a button, and we will fetch the, first of all we have to fetch the questions now. So we will say option 1, and this will be class button secondary outline, or outline secondary, something outline secondary. Yes, this is, and it should be in the TD, right? So let's check this in the TD. Okay, so this is button, and when we click on this, okay, when we click on this, it will be highlighted, right? So what we will do here, we will paste it here. We are okay, so let's, oh, what is this? First of all we have to fetch the questions now, questions for the quiz. Okay, so where we are adding the quiz questions, actually we are adding in the teacher dashboard here. In the teacher dashboard, check quiz, let's check this, assign quiz, teacher, add quiz, all quiz questions, right? So what I will do here, I'll just let's copy all of the things, not all of the things actually, let's copy question data, right? And then quiz ID, I'll copy this two things, so question data and quiz ID, so question data, quiz ID, right? So we need quiz ID because we are passing the quiz ID from the params, so let's check this, use params, we have total result, we don't need the total result, we need just quiz ID from the params. We have student ID, this fine. And then in the use effect, we will use this try effect function, and use effect function, sorry, and let's add it here. So it will fetch the questions, we don't need this. Set question data, oh, set question, oh, we didn't copy this, set, oh, what we are doing here, this will not go here, this will, sorry, yes, this will go here, this will go in the take quiz, sorry, so we don't need this, right? And then student ID is here, everything is here. Let's check the map function, so quiz data, and here is the map function. Okay, so let's add it here, and we will show only the first result, only the first result. So question data is here, and we should add it we don't need this, actually don't need this question data. Actually we need this here, and then click here. Yes, and then this is where we are adding, actually this will be here. Now it's looking fine, student ID, quiz questions, everything is fine. Okay, so there is, I think, no questions in that. Question title, right? So let's say we need to fetch quiz question title. So this whole card will be go in the row. So this card will be go in the row. Map function, I mean, here is the card body, here is the card. Yep, this is fine now. Yes, okay, so no questions, right? Let's add question in the we have this quiz flask 1. So quiz title, let's fetch the detail of the quiz first. Let's fetch the detail. Can we let's do that later. Let's add some questions first of all. Let's complete our flow. Add this. So this is flask question 1, right? 1 2 3 4, and this is 4. Submit. And then flask question 2, A B C D A, right? Save. And then let's say flask question 3, let's say 11 12 13 14 12. Submit. And we have this quiz, and here you can see that we have all these questions. First of all, we have to restrict the result, right? So how we can restrict the result? So we will add here the limit equal to 1. Okay, so quiz questions. Okay, so quiz questions here, and quiz question list, right? So let's go to the quiz question list, and if limit in keyword arguments, right? So what we will do then? We have this query set. Let's not do this here, this, else we will do that. So this will be running here, and let's check this here, and we will say only this is 1. So it will fetch only first result, right? So we will say order by ascending, order by normal ID, right? So it will fetch the data, right? Let's check this, and let's check the network, that what it is saying. Okay, let's check the network. 404 error, it's saying request not found, question quiz limit equal to 1. Why this is not found? Quiz question 5, we have quiz question filter, this, everything is fine. And let's check this now. 404 not found. Why this is? Quiz questions 5/limit. Okay, so take quiz, and we are passing this data. Quiz question, it is fetching all the questions. We are just adding the limit so that it will only fetch the questions for according to limit. So if limit in keyword argument this is not here. Let's see now. No, it's not fetching. Why this is not fetching? Page not found. Okay, let's do one thing. If this is not working, then let's do one thing. Let's copy this and paste it here, and copy this, paste it here, and let's add limit, right? And then in the view we can see that if limit in self keyword argument, then it will be that, right? And in the take quiz we will pass here the limit, this, right? So yes, it's working now. Now what we need to do, when we click on this, it will submit the data in the model and fetch the next question. So for that, what if we need to do, on click here, we will pass the ID, submit answer, right? And in this we will pass the the row.id, I mean the question ID, submit answer, right? And we need to create this here. I am going to create constant submit answer equal to, and this will be question ID, right? This will be question ID, and we need to also send the student ID, so we will get from the storage. So submit answer is fine, here is fine, and the option should be row dot questions. Actually I have given the wrong name. This should be question, but I have given questions, right? So flask question 1, it should be not here, it should be here. Okay, fine, good. Actually not here, questions, and then this will be answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, answer 4, right? So here we have, these are the answers, I mean options, right? So and I'm going to show one more thing. If we go to the last question, right? If we go to the last question, then what it will fetch? It will fetch nothing. And let's say, okay, we are going to fetch last question by order by minus id, sorry, minus id, I mean id descending. So what it will fetch, you can see here 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is the last one. Okay, so we don't need to do that. It will always fetch the order by id and fetch the first question always. Okay, so when we click on that, we will save the data, and then we will fetch the next question, right? So okay, let's do that now. Okay, so let's submit the question, right? So we have created here take quiz, and when we click on this, it will save the answer and create the question. Okay, so before this we need to and this is option 1. So actually we need to submit answer. So this will be id of the question, and here it will be the answer. We need two things, we need answer and id, right? 2, 3 and 4, right? and this will be the question ID and answer, right? So we will submit the question. Okay, so let's see how we will submit the question. So before submit this, we need to create a model for that, right? So let's create the model for that. So model.py we have, and let's course quiz, and let's add quiz to the course. Attempt question by student, attempt question, let's say quiz question by student, right? So we will say attempt quiz, and then we will say student who is attempted, and then we will add question, right? And the both will be the foreign key, and student will be the student data, and this will be quiz question, right? Quiz question. Okay, and this is attempt time. Oh, that's okay. And this will be attempted question. So attempted questions, right? So here we are. Okay, so we need to migrate this. So let's migrate this. Python 3 manage.py make migrations, right? And then Python 3 manage.py migrate, right? We have migrated now. Now let's run the server again. Okay, now we can save the data, but before that, even before that, we need to create a serializer and then view. Let's create the serializer first, then we will create the view. So we'll copy this, paste it here, and model dot attempt quiz, and this will be attempt quiz serializer, right? So this one, copy, paste, ID student, and then question, okay, and the add time, right, comma, and we will fetch this serializer in the view, right? So let's paste the view, attempt serializer. So this will be this one, right? So let's not paste it here, paste it here, right? We don't need to override this. So what we will say here, attempt QuizList. Okay, attempt QuizList. Okay, and in this we will just attempt serializer, and this will be attempt quiz. Okay, so attempt serializer. Okay, so now we are good to go. So we will add this in our URL also, right? So where we are adding, okay, so here we are adding. So what we will add here, student and student and whatever we will add here, let's say attempt quiz, right? And this will be our attempt quiz list, right? And then we will call this URL, right, from the take quiz. So we'll copy any of that. Let's say we are from the teacher, we will say add quiz question. Let's check this. So we have this form submit. Okay, this can work. Okay, let's copy this, right? Copy this, take quiz, submit answer. We have this data. So we need student ID first as a student. So this will be student ID, student ID, and then we need question, right? So this will be question ID, and then we need answer, right? So we need write. We are not saving the answer actually. We need to modify the model here. We need to add one answer. So it will be so it will be right answer equal to models dot, let's say, char field, and then maximum length equal to 200. Okay, and yeah, this is fine. Okay, and let's modify this. Make migration. Oh, we need to make it null true. Okay, make migrations. Okay, migrate, then run server. Okay, now we can save the right answer. So this is right answer we have. Let's make it right answer here. Here we are. Okay, and then we need to call this URL attempt quiz. Here we don't need to pass anything. I think yes, form data. We are not submitting the image, so you can remove this, and then just window dot reload. You can just, or you can do one thing, just fetch the data, just fetch the next data. Okay, so we will fetch here the next data. Okay, so let's we will fetch the next data. Let's say we have this XCOs. So what we will do here, we will try this XCOs. Okay, and this is the question ID. So we will say quiz question, and this will be the question. Why we are passing 1 here? We are passing 1. This is quiz ID. Quiz questions. Okay, this is for the limit. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is a quiz ID, and then here we will say next question, and then we will pass here the current ID, the question ID, current ID, and we will fetch the next question. Okay, so what we will do here, we need to also modify one more thing in the view where we are here. So if you can say if next question in self keyword argument, right? So next question in self keyword argument, then what we will do here, the current question equal to, this will be the current question equal to question ID here. Remove this, and this will be question ID. We will fetch the question data. So we will fetch the question data. Here we are. So question equal to quiz object filter equal to this current ID equal to current question first, and then from the quiz question filter quiz equal to this, and ID, actually question greater than, we can say question underscore ID greater than equal to just current question. We can do this thing, we don't need to this. Okay, so question this is not 3 ID greater than current question. So this will fetch the next question, right? So what we will do here, we will do one more thing here, view. Okay, where is the take quiz? This is the attempt quiz. So we are fetching this quiz questions, right? So quiz questions we are fetching with the here quiz question list. So what I will do here, I will copy this, paste it here. This is quiz ID. We will say next question slash question ID, right? So next question ID, this is question, or we can just simply say in the view, if this is the this one, right? So from the take quiz, when we attempt the quiz, in this we will again set the data, right? So next question ID, so this should work. Okay, so let's check this and let's check this. So we are trying to do two things at the same time: submit the question and then fetching the next one. Click here. So what it is saying, attempt quiz is true. And what is this? Quiz question 5, next question. What we are passing here, we don't need to pass this. Okay, we don't need to pass this one, right? So again we need to submit this. So let's go to admin. We will delete that data, so let's copy this and paste it here, and we will say attempt quiz, okay. So here we are, attempted question. This is saving the data, this is fine. Yes, I'm sure, right? Here we are. So when we click on this, what it is saying, key error quiz ID. Where is the quiz ID we are passing? Quiz question, next question, this is quiz ID. So let's go to view and quiz. So actually this is saying right, we need to pass that quiz ID. Just a moment. We are attempting the question, and that question is in the attempted with that student. We need to fetch actually with that student, not with the question. Sorry. Okay, that's fine, I understand that. Actually this will pass here, quiz ID will pass here. In the URL we have to pass the quiz, and here it will be /quiz ID. This is fine. In the view, if you have a quiz, we need to fetch the data we have here. Let's check this, or let's add this here. Okay, so we are good. URL quiz ID, quiz ID. So I think if we not pass here, then every case we have a quiz ID. So quiz. Okay, let's remove the last one. Then again, delete attempt quiz. Click here. Okay, quiz question, next question, URL, next. Okay, next question. What we are passing from take quiz. Next question is, let's change in the URL. Let's add this here. Quiz ID, next question ID, right? Okay, done. Let's remove the data. Okay, let's try one more time. Click here. Okay, cannot resolved question into field. Choices are add time, answer one, this questions, quiz question list. quiz question list questions here. Actually attempted, we need to fetch the next question. So our ID will be, why we are doing this, our ID will be greater than the current question. Yeah, this is fine. At time quiz ID, attempt ID, yeah, this is fine. Yes, why we are doing this, click here, yeah, this is working fine. Yes, yeah, and yes, okay. So now if we go here, so it is again showing this, so we need to remove this. So if questions is attempted, then we don't need to show the quiz questions, right? So what we will do here, we need to check that in the take quiz, actually it will not show, the take quiz button will not show here. Okay, so what I will do here, if someone click on this, nobody can click on this if we attempted that quiz. Okay, so we are, let's check this take quiz. If any answer is found on that quiz, then it means that the quiz is attempted, right? So we need to we have this quiz course quiz list, and we are going to do this. Okay, so what I will do here, I will create the another component like we have created for that check quiz, we will say check quiz status for student .js, right? The spelling mistake, I think not e, check here, and let's go here. Okay, and check, here we are, we have created one more thing, course list quiz, course quiz list, and let's go to the component of teacher, check quiz in course. I'll copy this, I'll paste it here. Okay, and take quiz will work. Okay, what we will do here, where it is here, so take quiz, or it will show that, so I will do this td, copy this td here, copy this td here, right? And from the component I will just import the component. Let's import the component where it is, course quiz list, check quiz here. Props, not this. Okay, add check quiz in course, quiz questions, course chapters, where we have added that, assign quiz here. Yeah, in this check, we will copy this, and course quiz list we will paste it here. For our case, this will be check quiz for student, right? Fetch attempt quiz, and this will be, we need to pass two things. First one is this is fine, we don't need to do this anything. Check for the, here we will add that component here, this component. So let's add this component, and here we will pass quiz equal to, this is quiz data, this is quiz data, course quiz list. Okay, so we will say this quiz equal to quiz data dot id right? And okay, this is fine I think, because we can also fetch the student from the, or you can pass that student, no problem. Student equal to this is student, right? So we have student, we have everything, and we will add props here. This is quiz data. Okay, so we don't need this teacher ID actually. This can be student ID, right? And fetch quiz assign status, fetch quiz attempt status. So we will pass the quiz and we will pass the student, just student, right? And what we are going to do here, it's row.QuizId. so take quiz, or it will do something else. Like here we are doing, we'll copy this and paste it here. So quiz data, so quiz data dot bool equal to false. So we will say take quiz, and take quiz will be the button, the link, this one, or it will say attempted, right? And this will be 2, no, this not, take quiz slash, we can do this by this way, take quiz slash dollar, and then we can pass prop.quiz. Okay, long journey, but yeah, nice. So assign quiz, why we are doing this here? Oh, we don't need this, we are not assigning anything. Okay, fetch attempt status, so we will say fetch quiz, let's go to URLs, fetch, yeah, this one. So I will copy this, paste it here, fetch quiz attempt status, so quiz will be here, student will be here, fetch quiz attempt status, right? So let's copy this, and we don't need this admin, not need this serializer, here we are. So let's copy this and paste it here, fetch quiz attempt status, attempt status. So we have quiz, we have this student ID, quiz ID, student ID, right? So student equal to this one, and this will be student, and status, attempt status, right? And then we will say attempt quiz, student equal to student, quiz equal to quiz. Now it should work fine now. Let's see. Okay, action is not showing here. Let's check the, cannot find module, teacher sidebar, take quiz sidebar, check this, we don't need this actually, we just need sidebar. Okay, use params, no need, sidebar actually no need, student ID, let's make it false, this one. Okay, action is not showing here, why? Action is not showing, why? Okay, so fetch this, what is this? Fetch quiz undefined, fetch quiz attempt status. So this one is, second one is undefined, quiz is undefined. Okay, let's go to course quiz list. Here is a quiz data.id. Oh, this should be row.id. Okay, now it's saying some server error. Cannot resolve quiz into field choice add time question ID. From where we are fetching the data? Okay, remove this main, remove this quiz questions, remove this check quiz in course, assign quiz, remove this add quiz. Okay, now where we are fetching this data, fetch attempt quiz equal to quiz ID. Cannot resolve quiz in where we are sending this. Something is missing. Fetch quiz attempt status. Which one we are calling? Fetch quiz ID, student ID, fetch quiz attempt status. Here we are, and then this is here, student ID equal to student ID, attempt quiz dot filter student equal to student, quiz equal to quiz, and count. Oh, sorry, actually this will be question, and this is quiz ID we are passing, but the thing is quiz into field choices are add time ID, question ID, right answer, student ID. Where is the serializer? Let's go for the serializer. Copy the serializer. Student question add time, attempt question, what we have in the model, student question right answer, also right answer. We are calling something different, fetch quiz attempt status, fetch quiz attempt status 9 and 2. Okay, what we are passing here, this is quiz data, quiz data for the student, prop ID, student ID, fine. Fetch quiz attempt status prop.quiz, and we are passing this in the URL, student ID, fetch, and fetch quiz attempt. So request quiz ID, question ID. Why this is showing? Model actually this is fine for the question, not for the, okay, I understand that. This is quiz, actually question, question quiz. Now this should work. Yep, take quiz. Why this is showing take quiz? This should show we don't have data, we have. And why this showing take quiz? Maybe quiz data dot bool. Let's check this. Response boolean false. So if false, oh, if true, why we are showing this? Boolean true, boolean false. What we are fetching? If attempt status equal to true, okay, attempt data. Okay, so we have completed this quiz attempt flow for the student, right? And you can extend this via showing the result and all the things. We will do that, but time to time we will do that. Okay, so if we click on the my courses, and here we have a quiz list we have already attempted. And now if teacher, let's say add quiz, or yep, add quiz. Okay, this is fine. let's add one more quiz and then check. Flask 3 detail, right? Submit. Let's go to QuizList. Okay, it is not assigned. My course, assign quiz, Flask 3 here. Okay, Flask 3 is also showing attempted. Attempt quiz, filter student equal to this. Okay, check this. Why this is showing every time for console? Network, check this one. Response false. Every time it is saying response false. So this quiz ID, okay, let's go to the view. Attempt quiz, filter equals to question, quiz equal to quiz dot count. Here is the mistake. If greater than 0, then we will show count 0, and then we will just modify this condition. If quiz is true greater than 0, then we will say attempt quiz, else we will say here. Okay, every time it is saying, let's go for the true, false, every time it is saying false. Why this? Attempt status, okay, if attempt status equal to okay, let's check this. Okay, let's check this. Okay, give me a minute. Why this is showing? Where is the view? In the view we are saying that if quiz and student count greater than 0, then it means response is true, and if response is true, where is the response? Here. If response is true, then we will say attempted. If response is false, so every time it is saying response is false, it means this ID is not there. What we are doing here? Okay, request, no, this is not. Fetch quiz attempt status. So this is the quiz ID and this is the student ID. Question, okay, let's print this query. Actually, let's print this query. What it is giving? Dot query. Refresh the page here and go here. Query set is empty. Query set is empty. So every time it is saying false. So this should work. Because in the check status we are assigning multiple times. Take quiz, next, no, not this, quiz list. So in the map we are assigning this, and in the take quiz every time it is giving us the status, same status false. Okay, so status equal to true. Okay, let's check this in the here. What we have in the view, query. Okay, quiz ID is null. Question ID equal to this, where just a moment, here is some issue. We have this quiz and we have to pass this quiz ID. So this quiz ID, let's pass the question ID also. Let's pass this question ID. Why we are passing the question ID? Just a moment. Okay, from the attempt quiz we need to check that quiz quiz is exist in that or not. Okay, so from the question quiz we are just okay, let's do one thing. Let's add the quiz here also. Let's add quiz null true, right? And then this make migrate, right? And then run server. Okay, and when we are attempting the quiz, then we will pass the quiz ID also, right? So this is quiz, we will pass the quiz ID also, right? And let's delete all the data. Sure. Okay, and now we can take any quiz. Let's take this quiz. Oh, what is this? Course take quiz. What is this? Just a moment. Actually this should be here like this. Sorry. So take quiz 9. Okay, this is 11. Why this is take quiz 10. We have added the question. When we are clicking on this take quiz, we have here quiz questions. From the quiz questions we need to prop.quiz take quiz, and this is quiz data. This one, click here. It's not fetching the data correctly. Data does not exist. What we have done, quiz questions, we have questions, course quiz, we have this. Why it is why this is showing the data quiz query matching does not exist? Okay, questions. Quiz questions 11.1. Quiz questions. URL quiz ID limit ID. Limit. Copy view. Okay, if this will exist here. Okay, I will check this and get back to you. Okay, so I have found the issue that when we are clicking on that, it was showing the showing the blank page. That is because in the course quiz list we were passing the, here you can see that row.id. so this is actually course id because we are fetching the course list. Okay, so we are fetching the quiz from course list, so we need to add course quiz row.quiz.id, so it will fetch the data, right? And then here when you click on that, this will show the questions or show no more questions, right? And you can easily submit the answer. And if you attempted the quiz, whether you have attempted one question or two question, if you attempted that quiz, it will show the attempt and you can't take that quiz, right? So yeah, with this way we have completed our student and student section for the attempt quiz. Now in the next video, maybe in the upcoming video, we will see that how we can show the result in the student and the teacher panel, right? So let's see that. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.